Hey everybody, Weezum here, 5:47 a.m. I am super tired, I'm freezing, which makes me even more tired. I'm excited, it's just, at this point in time, not going well in terms of, not being able to not yawn, so bear with me there. That said, Monday, December 30th, 2013, introduced a crud ton of the SWAP Force Newlanders here. We got Scorp, we got Riptide, Countdown, Roller Brawl, Starstrike, LightCore Starstrike, Smolderdash currently on the portal. This introduction will be dedicated to LightCore Smolderdash. Do that for the simple fact some of you will only be interested in the LightCore figure, what it looks like. Much easier for you to just search for that in the playlist, find it, see her in the video, the stats, whatever you need to see, versus like having to fish through a 25-minute video of the two characters. So I'm trying to help you out. Hopefully that's what it's doing. Otherwise, I could save a crud ton of time just piling standard and LightCore together when possible, which would be the case here, Starstrike and Smolderdash. That said, I hadn't really heard anybody talking about Smolderdash, good or bad, which means I guess she's probably like middle ground, which nothing wrong with that. And it could be one of those deals, maybe some other characters have your attention, maybe you've held off getting her. Who knows what the deal is, but what I want to do, since we're going to introduce LightCore, I'm going to back out. This is Smolderdash. She's got a glow to her. Clearly, when we turn her around, she's got like the fiery aura on the back of her head. Looks really cool. When she jumps, it's kind of like a plie, trampoline, gymnast thing going on. That said, what I'm doing is I want you to see Smolderdash. Take it all in. I don't know if it's going to be like the eyes or like the back of the head's going to glow brighter or something. But what I'm going to do is pull Smolderdash. Again, that was her standard pose. I'm going to put LightCore Smolderdash on. Alright, so it's literally like everything above
LightCore.
Glowing really well. You saw the LightCore effect there. Really similar to what we saw with Starstrike. I was calling Starstrike like headlight eyes. That's basically what Smolderdash has. There's one of her idle animations, or other one she'll throw up with 3 small orbs. But she's got the headlight eyes. She's kind of got that little see-through patch on the forehead. Then on the back side, that glows just, I guess, like a little bit brighter, where Smolderdash was kind of more of like a red hue to it. This is kind of more of like an intense white-yellow, if you will. So, that said, she jumps exactly the same. She's kind of got that, ooh, I'm falling, look at me thing going on, if that makes any sense. Here she is on the mushroom jump, propels forward quite nicely. Her primary attack is the Flame Whip. I've got Devo going on my head. 26s, I think she eventually fired off. Let's step back. Yeah, there's our 39 finally. So you get the idea, 26 to 39. Secondary attack is that little orb that'll do 8 damage. It floats around, and then it blows up. The cool thing is it'll do, let's see if we can stage 2. 8 there, and it should... Anyway, you can get it to chain together, or you can shoot it. We'll let it get the 8 damage, blow it up inside 5, or you can blow it up before it makes contact. Enemies coming at you. You want to kill them indiscriminately, not let just one get singled out by the 8. You can just manually blow it up. If you want like greater detail, and when I'm a little bit bored, go back to part 37. Or, I'm sorry, part 39, that gives you an idea of what's going on in my life right now. That said, we're going to come in here, go to collection, read her story. As you can see, we're up to 7 on the Fire Element, 43 overall. Here's standard Smolderdash. It's kind of skewed things. Prior to having LightCore on, we actually had Dark Blast Zone, Volcanic Eruptor, and Smolderdash all together, which is really cool because it was like, black across the board. Anyway, here is Smolderdash LightCore Slogan of Blaze of Glory. Again, she has been available since launch. Her LightCore figure was actually out ahead of her standard figure, which just came out this past week or 10 days or so, the 22nd of December. Let's read her bio. Pretty cool story here. Smolderdash had always wanted to be a royal defender of the Fire Temple, home of the First Flame, a sacred torch that had been ignited by the original fire source. Unfortunately, she had been born during an eclipse and was believed by her people to be cursed, which prevented her from such an honor. But when Chaos stole the flame and used it to light the candles on his birthday cake, again, what's the big deal? He wasn't going to put it out. He might have even returned it. Who knows? It was Smolderdash who went after it. Blazing like a comet, she dashed into Chaos' lair, repelled the troll security force with her flaming whip, and retrieved the sacred flame just before Chaos blew out the candles. Smolderdash returned home as a champion of her people and was finally granted the honor of becoming a royal defender, but she graciously declined, having set a new goal for herself to help fight against Chaos as a member of the Skylanders. So, once again, the person that's viewed the least and spurned by the populace comes to the aid of everyone, saves everyone, and she probably could have stayed and continued to be treated horribly. That said, it is a cool story. Again, this is rendition 3 of Chaos striking out with these new ladies. Tried to date Roller Brawl, that blew up in his face. Star Strike literally blew up in his face. And then Smolderdash kind of put him on the hot end of the stick, if you will. So we'll back out of here, come into our Skylander tab, take a look at her stats.
Very bright.
There's a good look at the LightCore pose. Again, almost like Star Strike with the headlight eyes. It's just kind of with Smolderdash. It's basically the neck up, front and back. Max health 280. Speed is 43. The plus 10 is because it's Monday. Armor 12. Critical hit 8. Elemental power 46. Note that the armor and the critical hit both fairly low compared to the vacant space on the bar. That's because she's got access to both. Same with the speed, believe it or not. Speed will come in her base upgrades. The top path, Sun Forger, that will have the critical hit, and then the bottom path, which is Sun Forge, will actually have her armor upgrade. So kind of have to pick your poison there. Again, personally, I would have preferred some heroic challenges so everybody could have that critical hit, but that's just me. We'll back out of here. Let's go ahead and take a look at those upgrades. What she's got right now is Flame Whip. Press Y to rapidly perform whip combos. Solar Orb is her secondary attack. Press A to shoot a fiery orb. Press A again to detonate it. Now, first purchased upgrade looks awesome. It is called Eclipse. It's her tertiary attack. Press X to become Solar Charge for a short time, making all attacks more powerful. Eclipse needs to recharge for a short time after it is used before it can be used again. Second purchase upgrade is solar powered. Speed is increased. This is awesome, particularly the fact that it's not tied in with a upgrade path. Time to blaze through the Skylands. It will be interesting to see exactly how much speed she gets, but it will no doubt be helpful. Even more helpful on Monday when we have that additional plus 10. Now, Sunrise is her third purchased upgrade. It looks really cool. Sounds like it will be a lot of fun too. Hold Y to charge a sun attack. Release to jump into the air and slam a huge sun into the ground. Her final base purchase upgrade is called Whip It. Again, I held off telling you Devo was stuck in my head this time until now. Now you can have it stuck in your head too. If you don't know the song, don't look it up. You'll thank me. It's not a bad song. It'll just be stuck in your head probably every time you play a Smolderdash. Press Y to attack with more powerful whips that do increased damage. And of course, whip it good, because you must. Top path here is called Sun Forger. Super Giants, where it begins, hold A to charge a sun into a Super Giant Sun. Release to throw it forward, which deals more damage and hits more enemies. Second, we have Solar Flare. This is interesting because critical hit is increased. Unleash the power of a Solar Flare. I could use a Solar Flare right now because I am getting so cold my nose is starting to run. Next purchased upgrade is called Sun Splitter. It is the final one down Sun Forger path. It is press A to shoot a blazing sun at enemies. Press Y to strike the sun with a whip attack, causing the sun to speed up. Supergiant Sun splits into 3 smaller suns when hit, kind of like we saw in her little idle animation there. The bottom path is called Sun Forged Path. The great news is, with LightCore and standard Smolderdash, you can grab both figures. They're different, and you can take both paths. Solar Blast kicks off the Sun Forger path, or I'm sorry, Sun Forged. Forger's the top, Forged is the bottom. You can remember that because the armor is tied in with the Forged path. Solar Blast, hold Y to charge a sun attack, release to jump into the air and slam a huge sun into the ground, causing 5 smaller suns to shoot out towards enemies. Second upgrade here is Sunny Armor. Armor is increased, so bright and cheery that enemies' attacks don't do anything to dampen the mood. Final upgrade down the Sun Forged path, it is Sun's Core. Press A to shoot a blazing sun at enemies. Press Y to strike the sun with a whip attack and gain a fiery aura that damages nearby enemies. This looks really cool. I may let LightCore do this just because it looks more like bright than, the Sun Forger path up here. We'll figure it out. I'm really too tired to kind of speculate much. That said, her Soul Gem sounds really promising to me. It is called Smolderdash, quite fittingly. Perform the powerful Smolderdash when you press X while in Eclipse mode. So I kind of like the fact that it kind of addresses a tertiary. It sounds like it could give her the speed too, even more so than she has from the base upgrade. But the main thing I'm thinking is that, again, my apologies about the yawning. It's not because I'm not excited. I'm just legitimately tired. It's exactly 5:59. But in the morning, mind you, not like supper time, 5:59. This, to me, sounds more like a Wow Pal because it's obviously going to be doing damage. So many times the Soul Gems are like armor, or kind of something helpful but not like super aggressive. That's kind of been reserved for Wow Pals. So I'm excited to see how this one pans out. We'll back out of here. We've got to go to requests. Defeat 1,000 enemies, eat 15 pieces of fruits, don't take damage outside story mode, win 10 PvP, get all of her upgrades, get her to level 20. If you don't like Smolderdash, go ahead and go for totally maxed out. That means you've got to buy the upgrades. Most people are going to do that before hitting level 20. Then you've got to hit level 20, which means you've got to make use of the upgrades you've purchased. And hopefully that makes you realize, hey, wasn't a big fan upon my initial impressions, but now that I've spent some time, got the upgrades, turns out she's a pretty cool lady. Elementalist, 7,500 elemental bonus damage. Again, not a big deal there. Fire specific here, or at least the 2 that I consider fire specific. Defeat a total of 25 ice golems. Again, that's probably going to be in water areas. So pick your poison if you want the water elemental bonus, or you want to knock out your Mega Melter quest with your fire Skylanders. Next one is Bombardier. Defeat a total of 30 enemies with bombs. Issue here, you just have to find the bombs, and then of course remember to pull your tech or whatever character it may be and get the fire folks involved. Smolderdash's personal quest is called Event Horizon. Knock a total of 50 enemies into the air with your solar orb. Again, assuming that happens in box stock form. Here at the training grounds, I can't really tell, and it doesn't seem to do it to the sheet, but I don't think that'll be too terribly hard to do. So, particularly if you play with her box stock for a while, that's probably one of the best ways to take care of that. Unless, of course, that actually has to be tied in with something else, which, like I said, I'm pretty tired. I'll deal with that some other time. So, we'll back out of there. That is pretty much it. Again, if you need like more detail or something slightly more coherent, step back to part 39 and watch Smolderdash's introduction. Figures look identical in the game with the exception from the neck up. The top end of Smolderdash is lit up pretty well on our LightCore figure. That said, tonight has been quite productive. We went from Scorp, Riptide, Countdown, Roller Brawl, Star Strike, LC Star Strike, Smolderdash, LC Smolderdash. Basically, we are finally caught up with the Newlanders. This probably means the next time I record, I'm just going to dive into Chapter 6, Ironjaw Gulch. I'll be able to use some of these new characters. Actually, wait, I've got Dunebug I need to do. That's fantastic. I thought I was caught up completely. I could do him tonight, but honestly, I don't know how the quality of the video would be, so I'll just do it next time. And then maybe get into Chapter 6. Take a break from the introductions for a little bit. Everyone should be familiar, with the rest of the Series 2s and Series 3s I haven't introduced yet. So the good news is there's not too terribly many of them. And I realize I think I'm missing Anchors Away. I don't know where he's at, but I'll figure that out. I'm really tired. Again, my apologies there. But as always, thanks for watching. Be sure to check out the blog, oneofwisdom.com. Tons and tons of Skylanders information there. You can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. Once again, thank you for watching. I'm going to shut this down for the night. I guess I'll introduce Dunebug hopefully tomorrow night, and get some of these edited and uploaded for you, and continue on into Chapter 6, which is what I'm excited about. So that said, I'll quit rambling. Again, thank you for watching. Hopefully you're not as tired or as cold as I am. I am going to drink some water and go to bed. An unlikely or not the smartest source of events to do, but I'm kind of thirsty, so we'll knock that out. Hopefully I don't freeze in bed. Again, thanks for watching, and I will catch you back here, I guess, part 41. We will introduce Dunebug, so stay tuned for that. And again, thank you for watching.